Okay, Sagittarius, this is your love and intimacy reading for the month of April. Or whenever you click on it, really. The energy is there for you. So, I've got a lot of cards here. I do 3 rows. Or, how do you say? 3 cards of 5 rows. And I'll introduce the cards as I go here. So the first row is from the Love and Romance deck. And the first card for Sagittarius is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords here, we gotta acknowledge the completion point, because the suits go from 1 to 10, and then the court cards come in. So there's a cycle here that is ended. Now, in this romance deck, they depict a different scenario. And what I get here is that there's a woman sleeping and a man is leaving a rose. And the sense that I get from him is that he just doesn't want to be seen. He wants her to feel the pleasure of receiving the rose and wants her to feel that, but he doesn't want her to know who it's from. Something like this. Okay, this is what we're starting with, the energy here. The next card we get, Love and Romance deck, is the Three of Cups. This is my emotionless card. The Three of Cups here really speaks to this man going in a brothel and what happens in there. We get pleasured and we walk out. No strings, no nothing. So this is a mentality I get usually with people that are having meaningless sex with people. There's just not a lot of links here beyond the physical. So we're not in, how do you say, interactive with our heart. We're not using our heart at all in dealing in physical intimacies. It's just physical and that's it. So it's interesting. These 2 cards together. Okay, next. The last card we get is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, that's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. They are usually very adventurous people. They like to socialize. They are usually very beautiful and charming. They are the center of excitement, really. And this card here, she's kind of on a couch here going, oh, what a night I've had. And there's flowers on the floor and a top hat and a cane, but no sense of the man. But there's proof that there's one that was there. And the sense is that we had a hell of a night. You know, we had a great night and great evening, and we're just kind of reminiscing now that it's all over with. We can relax and think about all the fun that we had in the evening. So I'm going to leave those energies just sit there. And we're going to move on to the next row. So the next row is the Tarot of the Divine. And a lot of the divine energy does go and filter into these cards, so it's really groovy. So I'm just going to start up here. So on top of the Ten of Swords, again, there's a sense of laying something to rest here. I'll leave it at that. Now on top of that, we get the Chariot. And the Chariot is about quick movement forward. This guy is highly motivated. He's got 2 swimming salmon there. It's a different take. Usually we have the horses or lions or whatever leading the show. But here we got the fish. There's a lot of rocky, choppy water here. But we're moving forward no less. And the sense is that we may have put a relationship to bed here. And now we're moving forward quickly into something new. Down the middle here, the Three Cups again doesn't bode well for intimacies in the way of heart, because it's removing the heart and we're just going after the physical stuff. Thank you very much. That's what's going on here. That's what the Three Cups holds in this romance card for me, from my perspective. Now on top of that, Universal Energies comes out with the Ten of Cups. Well, would you look at that? And that's about emotional fulfillment, and you cannot get there unless you put your heart back in. So there's a sense here that the universe wants you to get there. They want you to have your wish fulfillment in an emotional area, even though we don't know what this is yet. They're going to send shit your way so that you figure it out. This is the sense I'm getting. And it's funny because we have people in the water, right? And water is signifying the emotional center to me. They're in the water, but they're white, black and white. There's not a lot of color there. But they're looking up at those people on the on the rock going, oh, they're all in color, and look, a wife and a baby, and oh, they're glowing. What is that? And that's the sense I get. I'm kind of dramatizing here. But that's the sense I get, is that's the Sag going, looking at everybody else being happy. How do you get there? Well, number one, we got to start putting our heart into things. We can't just bed things and walk away. We got to open our heart center, and this may never have been showed, maybe not a road that the Sag has come from. So this is what it's about. They're trying to look at everybody, look at all these people, they got all, you know, babies and families, and everybody's happy and joyful. This is what the universe wants you to attain. So I have a feeling, you know, we're quickly moving away from a relationship, but I have a feeling we're going to be shown the way. We're just going to have to open up our eyes a little bit here. So on the Queen of Wands, again, it's just kind of an energy that's sitting there thinking about things in excitement. She's usually the Queen of Wands. She's sitting there, oh, what a day I've had. Like, we went here, we went there, and she's kind of just laughing and giggling about her day, like she's so happy about everything that she's accomplished. And, oh, you know, thinking, but she's all by herself. So on top of that, the Divine card is the Six of Wands. And that's about victory. That's about accomplishment, successful things that we've accomplished that we feel very proud of. And I do feel from this Queen of Wands, she's very proud of things happening. Like, something happened here to her. Like, this could be you, but it could also be another fire sign that you're dealing with that feels very successful in accomplishing something here. I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like there's more to this, but it'll uncover as the cards uncover. Because I flip them as I go. Give me a minute. There's more. Yeah, there's something here the Queen of Wands has accomplished. And again, that could be your energy. So if we're going with your energy, there's something here. We had a lot of fun or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. We'll continue. I'll move on to the sex magic cards. At first we had the 10, right? Laying the rose down. So we're laying something to rest here softly is the sense I get. So it's either amicable or it's something that was laid down quite gently and we're moving forward. Because the sense is I'm laying the rose real quiet, shh, and then off you go. And then it's like zoom, we're getting in the sports car and taking off. So there's that. Yeah. Okay, so sex magic cards. First card on top of the Chariot. We have the Wheel. And the Wheel, when we're talking about intimacies, it's about a change in structure. Like, okay, we're talking about intimacy, we're talking about sexual activity. It can be, if you were having a lot of sex with a lot of people and everything is free-flowing, then there may be a change coming. Like, there may be a slowdown, where we're not having as much as we were used to in a relationship or out of one. Or the other way around. Like, if we weren't having a lot of intimacies, then this is something that's going to be coming flooding our way. Okay? So the wheel is turning in our intimate areas, we'll put it that way. And the Chariot, I get a sense that we're just running headlong into a direction that we want to attain, or we want to get going on something. Like, we kind of laid something to rest, like a slingshot, pulling all the way back, and then boom, we're getting flown off in another direction. And this has to partly to do with fate. What is fated? We may not understand this till we look back on it later. Now, going into the Three of Cups, again, that's about someone going in, getting satisfied, coming out, no strings, no heart, no nothing. And then the Universal card came on there, the Ten of Cups, saying, this is way better than what that is. Like, that's only a 3. This is a 10. It's way above your pay grade. Let's go there. Let me show you what it's like to go there. You have no clue. So that's what they want to do. Now, on top of that, we get the Knight of Swords. Okay, slow down, universe. Okay, give me a minute here. Yeah. Okay, the Knight of Swords. This is dicey. Because we're talking about someone here. And I mean, I don't mean no disrespect either. We're talking about someone here. I mean, I get it. Who we just there's nothing illuminated in the heart direction. So we have intimacies, but they just don't come to much. It could be that as well. And so we just don't invest in things that until, you know, da-da-da. When we get the Knight of Swords come in, he's a knight. He's midway. He's got the intellectual ability that's halfway to a king. He's here doing the dominator role. Okay, that's him. He's overpowering. Now this woman, she don't look too enthused, but she's there. Now, give me a minute to tap in, because this is kind of... I don't know if this is this person's idea of the Ten of Cups, or if this is what we need to go beyond, okay? Because this may be their idea right now, but there's more bliss and higher realms here we can get than just dominating. There's beyond that, right? And I think that's what they're saying here. We may have someone, they gave me the word chauvinist, first of all. So we may have someone here that has to learn the subtleties of the lighter side of things, right? How to treat a woman. And it's not like they're just these big barbarians, but they may have some inner work to do to heal. And they're shooting off stuff in certain directions that they may not be aware of. And that may be in a chauvinist kind of way. Not understanding, not dealing, healing, this kind of thing. So you may have issues like that there. And I feel like the universe, this may be the heights of what they think would please them. Like that's a 10 right there. Going to the Knight of Swords and doing that, that's a 10 for me. And the universe is going, no, this more than that. And we could show you, but you got to open your heart. Because this is with the heart closed. And that ain't even pleasure. That's just something else. And we can show, so this, okay, I'm not going to go there, but that's really, that's what, right? This is what they're trying to open. I think the universal energies wants them to feel more than just being a dominator. Right? There's more than this. There's something that needs to be healed there in that way. And that's part of the process that they're going down. Okay. And the third row here, the Queen of Wands, talking about success and victory and feeling quite successful. I feel like we have accomplished here, and it may just be that we successfully laid down a relationship and we're free to go. We're free to go in any direction. So now we're thinking, well, where am I going to go? I can do anything or any, you know, any direction I can go. So I think that's what's going on here. So the card on top of that is the Eight of Swords. That's interesting to me, because this Eight of Swords always comes up when we're indulging in intimacies, but we need healing. Because the drapery in the background, the couch, everything is in green, and then it turns to dark. So it's almost like the dark side of what I've learned so far. I have to deal with some healing here in order to go forward in complete and utter unchaining of the heart kind of thing. And that's the distortion between the Knight of Swords. Because he's an evolutionary step. You know? You go through him to get to the ecstasy. You don't stay at him. And this is what the Sag is going, no, this is going to make me out. And they're going, well, you don't quite understand the full picture, but we'll go there, we'll go through that, and we'll build you up. You'll see what's going on here. But nonetheless, there's something, I feel like the success is something in the past. Like we either laid something to rest, what we feel is significant, successfully, and now we're victoriously able to go forward and in new ways. You know, fate is changing here. And again, the Eight of Swords. Now, there's someone in the background. It's a male figure, and I don't know, it almost looks like he's stealing something, but I really can't make it out. But he's being sneaky. So the sense here is watch for sneaky behavior, whether it's from you or from a partner. It could be you, I don't know. The sense here is you would know. There's a sort of truth here. But there's intimacies here, and then there's sneaking around. So we could have somebody, you know, from this Three of Cups card, we could have somebody just kind of having intimacies on the down low and then saying, I'm not having any. But they're kind of physically investing, but again, not emotionally. So therefore, you know, that kind of thing. So having intimacies, but not wanting anybody to know about it, this kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, so next row here, we get into the Sun and Moon cards. On top of the Fate, and again the Chariot moving quickly away from a direction that we were in, we get the Eight of Pentacles. The word they give here is prudence. Eight of Pentacles is about, you know, really working hard to achieve something. Again, I get a sense that we're putting something to rest and we're charging forward quite quickly to accomplish something, though I don't feel that that thing is revealed here. I don't get the energy for what it is that we're working for, but I feel like there is something that we're working for in the future. Okay, like, and the Wheel of Fate is kind of behind that. And the Eight of Pentacles shows the amount of work we want to put into things here. So we'll carry on. Next row, again, talking about the emotionless physical activity. The universe wanting you to feel not just 3 cups, but 10 cups. And then the difference in between there. And the Sag is going, well, you know, this Knight of Swords, he looks pretty good, and I feel pretty good if I do that. But, you know, they're going, that's not all there is to offer, right? There's more beyond that. So on top of that, we get the Hanged Man, the 12. And that's usually taking a hang time in your life to figure things out. And that may be it, you know. What is going to make us happy? Is it this Knight of Swords? You know, the Hangman is on top of there to make you look at things differently. The way I've been going after this, and it's not making me happy. So what, you know, what do I need to change to do that? They may be cluing in. They may be getting some instinct universally and tapping in and connecting to that energy. And I feel like the Hangman is a symbol of one. It could be we're putting things on hold. Things have been put on hold for us, or just things are slowing down to a point where we have to deal with this. One of those 3 scenarios. It's really putting you in a position where we're gonna look at this differently. And we ain't going forward until we start looking. It's almost like they're not gonna give you your instinct until you sit and meditate. It's like that. You can look all over, but when you're running your head off, you can't. But when you sit still and you think about things and you put it into perspective and you take a 360, this is what I feel has happened for the Sag. Okay, so the next line, the Queen of Wands and the success and the victory, and also the Eight of Swords about healing. So we may have had some healing over this relationship that we put to bed. Not in a good way, like we put to rest. That is no longer. We might have had some healing already, but there's sneaky behavior here. They're really making me aware of that. I usually don't emphasize that for the 8, but they're really making me not let go of that energy. So there's a sense of sneaking around. So it may be that, you know, maybe we don't want to be perceived as jumping into intimacies right away, but we're tapping into them and pretending like we're not. This is the sense I'm getting. Okay, on top of the Eight of Swords there, what do we get for the Sun and Moon? Wow, we get the Star. And what do you know? That's about the healing. So it's all about the healing. Sexual, emotional, mental, all of it. It's all got to go down a row here. We're making some progress, is the sense that I get. And the Merkaba is all life encompassing. Takes you to another level, right? And this is what's going on with the Sag. They're taking him to another level. Now look at her pouring out all her emotions into the sea. So there is some tapping in here, or needing to pour it out. Yeah, there's a process here, and I feel like the Sag and the universe are very much highly entangled right now. And even though the Sag is thinking, I'm doing this because I want to do it, it's because they're so tapped in and they don't realize. Universe is pushing them like it's them. How do I say? They're so tapped in, it's like it's me making the decisions, but it's actually the universe. And the universe is so tapped in because this is fated time where we got to get this person where they need to be so they can have their this kind of stuff is going on. Okay. It's hard to express. Oh, the next Casanova deck. What does he have to say about the Eight of Pentacles, the fate that's coming, the movement, the quick movement after we lay something to rest? What does he have to say about that? Well, he introduces you to the Empress. That is a mother energy. She talks about fertility. She talks about taking action. And what do you know? We have 2 action-oriented cards. And now we got a feminine. for that masculine energy that is leaving. So, and also the masculine energy in the Chariot here. But again, it can be masculine, feminine, whatever. Eight of Pentacles, working hard on what? Trying to get to an Empress. Now, the Empress can be the epitome of all that you want in a partner. You know, it can be all of those things. The Empress is really the epitome of what the man, you know, what would soothe the man, what would make the man happy. She has everything. So that's what he's going to work hard to gain. He may have been out of a, he's out of a relationship now, and he's going after what he wants for himself, the perfect mate. That's what he's looking for. Okay. Now, what do we get on the row here with the emotionless sex and the intimacies here that the universe wants us to get? The Ten of Cups, and he's going, well, the Knight of Wands sounds, or Knight of Swords sounds good. I can dominate some things here. That would make me happy. And then there's some hang time here going, wait, or would it? Or would it? I might have to rethink that. What does Casanova say? He says, he says the Eight of Swords. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. He talks about bad news. This is about sickness, having to do with intimacies, if you get my drift. So this is really a sense of not feeling well in the body because of what's going on in our emotional state. And this happens all the time. People don't connect. I would, again, recommend Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life. That is my Bible. I first read it and I was like, but the more you connect with yourself, the more sense it makes, and the deeper that you go, the easier it is to see the connections there. And it really does make sense on a simplistic level. And that's something here I feel the Sag is very disconnected from. They do not realize that there's an emotional factor for every physical depletion that you have in the body. There's an emotional key there. And this is what it's come down to. The Sag may have to actually physically be ill, and this may be the hang time. This may be what brought them to the hang time, because they just wouldn't stop unless they were sick, right? So it's like, I'm saying universal energy, but just the way it works. It just works that way. You deplete yourself so much that you get sick, you have to take a rest. Because you didn't take a rest before. You know what I mean? This is how it's going. And there's something here missing. There's something missing. Well, yeah. 7 cups, really. Because we got 3 cups and the universe trying to get you to the 10. And we got to figure out all that's in between. So, that's in the center. So that's stuff that's going to manifest if we don't take the right path here. We're just going to really physically be unable to continue forward if we don't slow down and assess our surroundings. Okay, so this last side, we're talking about the Queen of Wands and the energy of fire here, and the success and the healing that is coming. Double healing cards here for the Sag. What do we get Casanova to say there? We have the 9 of Wands, and that's an interesting card because the title they give it is Strength in Adversity. And the story here is this woman is a harlot, and she had just been come from a session where a man ripped her clothes off, and she's in the courtyard behind the wands trying to fix herself up. And there's a man up above there, and he's got to decide whether he's going to go down and take advantage of her or go down and help her. And this is really the precipice I feel like the Sag is at his life right now. He can decide to go and just have meaningless sex. And do that. That's your right to do that. Or you can go down and figure out, well, maybe I could get more here. Maybe I can get more depth here and go in a different way than I have before. Or than I'm going now that's not working. So, strength in adversity. Is deciding what to do with the life. Like, should we, I feel like it's really, should we continue down the road of meaningless sex, or should we strive for something more? That's really what I get here. And I am getting a masculine figure, so sorry, but you can flip it for the feminine, and it may even be intermingled. You may be a feminine with a lot of masculine energy, so it's very predominant. Okay, the infinity cards here, the last row. On top of the Empress, we get 73, malice. That's the bunny ears or the devil heart. So the sense is, if you're a female, you may be thinking about seducing someone that may not be in your best interest. Or if you're masculine, you may be looking to gain something that may be not in your best interest. Or to have some malice towards someone that, you know, in this way. I don't feel like the malice should be going to this Empress, but I don't know what the deal is. We're working hard to attain something here, to change our fate, is the sense. And I feel like it's naturally changing, and we're along with universal energies at this point, and we are moving quickly forward with it because we are going in the way of this. But there's malice here, no less. So we may have malice for an ex-partner is the only thing I can fit in there. But the sense I'm getting is that we gently laid it down, like it's okay, like, you know, we're trying to gently lay it down. And that's it. So I don't know. The next line, talking about the meaningless intimacies, the Ten of Cups that needs to be attained here. Universally, the Knight, the domination, the Hangman, and possible sickness that could come if we do not stop and take note of where we are here emotionally in regards to intimate relationships, okay? What do we get there? Ooh, we get power. Number 3. This is how we gain our power back. Is really stopping, taking note, and then deciding. And I feel like the simple solution here is we don't go where we've been. Because we've been there, it wasn't working, we go in a new way, period. And I feel like there's just doors that are going to be slung open in the new way, and doors are going to be shut going backwards. So that'll be your key. If you're going in the wrong way, just nothing's going to work out. Nothing's going to connect. Nothing. You're going to get refusals. You're going to get shut doors. You're going to get a lot of, oh, I can't make it this day. Can you make that? No, I can't make it that day. Can you make, no, I can't. You're not meant to go there. That's your hint. And then myself, it's like if you, 2 strikes, you're out. 2 strikes, not 3. If you go there twice and it's locked, then just carry on. It's not for you. So, again, we may have some health issues, but after that, when we, because during these health issues, we gotta be still, we gotta sit, and we have time to think, this is what they want you to do. And when we do this, because I think the Sagittarian's been trying to run away from all of this by keeping busy, when in fact, we didn't realize that if we just stayed still for 5 minutes, instead of running away for 3 days, we could figure it all out and solve it, so we don't have to carry it or run away from it anymore. We can deal with it. And this is the power I feel there's a potential to gain here. Will they? I don't know, but it's there. Now the last line again, the power of the victory, the healing, and the decision. Are we going to go this way or that way? Have we been here before? Are we going to stay there or are we going to go? The Infinity card on top of there is transformation. Sorry, I got too much energy today. Transformation, the butterfly, right? And what do? They go inside, they turn to mush, and then they come outside beautiful. But they gotta make the decision to change. They gotta go in there and they gotta swirl themselves up in a little ball and stay still and think. Or whatever they do. I don't think they're really thinking at that time, but that's my metaphor. It works. You know, because they're trying to get you to stay still. Stay still, curl up, and think about what your life, up to this point, what have you done so far? Has it worked? No. Then should we change it? Maybe. Then what should we change it? Because the universe is just really going to, and the sense they're giving me is we're just 100% in. We're going to be pushing you 100%. So you really kind of don't have a choice. You're going to be drawn to go in the right way. But they want you to understand why. And that's why we sit and we look at things and analyze things. Is because, now I know why. Because it didn't serve me there. And there's a transformation that needs to happen. Some power that the Sagittarians need to gain here. And the malice, we may have some malice we got to heal through. We got to get rid of that. We got to cry it out, feel it out, and let it go. Because it will not do you any good. It will just get in, it will just get in the way of your power, in the way of your transformation, and jumble you up and knock you down. So we've got to get rid of the malice first that we may have for someone in our life. And I feel it is a feminine because I'm picking up on a masculine. But again, it doesn't have to be. Okay, so the bumper cards I got here, an animal and also a numerology card. The numerology card is 93. Happy endings. Wow, this is good. Transformation to a happy ending. Purple is about enlightenment, right? It's about, that's the highest vibrational color. It's the highest, yeah, frequency. Happy ending. And the yellow is about self-worth, how the self is treated, whatnot. 9 and 3 is 12. 2 and 1 is 3. That's pretty, I'm not getting anything else other than joy and happy. And that's the thing. We're really searching for our happy. And where we've been, we just haven't got it. So we've got to figure out where that is. And I think we mentally, we know this. But we just may not have understood that we were inadvertently going in the wrong direction. So the animal card we get, the honeybee. Number 6, and it talks about reciprocity. That's about give and take, right? Bees, they give to us, and you know, we give to the flowers give to the, it's all a big cycle of give and take. And it makes me think of karma as well. Like we reap what we sow, this kind of thing. What we put in, we'll get out, this kind of thing. The honeybee makes me think of that. He's got very warm eyes, like there's something going on there that you don't know about. And I get the sense of that with the Sag as well. Especially from the beginning card with the Chariot. It's like there's something, either excitement or something that's going on that we don't know about, but hopefully it's in the right way. You may have a disruption of health here. We may have a situation where our health goes down. If that's the case, then we just really are going in the wrong way to the degree that we're going to be put down. And that's really your warning signal. Take care of your mind as well as the body. The emotional center, there's something stuck here. And the universe working with you, so you just have to really pick up on the signals. Consider reciprocity in all that you do and all the relationships that you give. Consider that. Because we don't want to be walking in like the 3 of Cups here, where we just take and we don't give back. And that's what that guy does. He takes, well, he gives money back because they're harlots, but he goes in, he gives money, and comes out. How do I say? We have to learn to give with our heart, not our wallet, I think, is the thing here. And happy endings can come if we look at that. And it's interesting to me, all the little daisy type things and the yellow in there that coincides with the happy ending card is kind of funny. How they do that. But the yellow is sun. The sun card is the happiest card in the deck. It makes you feel happy when you look at it. You feel from inside. Yellow makes you feel lighter. This is what they want you to do. They want you to be happy on all levels. So, towards the happy ending, that's what the Sag is looking for, and that's the universe is in line with. So, if we're going in the universal way, we just will not be stopped. We will be fast-tracked so far. And if you're getting blocked and things are not going right and everything's choppy, then just know you're going in the wrong way. So we have to look, stop, analyze. What am I doing? What am I doing it for? What are my reasonings? And get to the bottom of things. And then go forward again. Like reboot. Go forward again and see if you don't make more progress. Because if the universal energy is behind you, man, and they're telling me we can just like skip over. It's like having one of those, what do you call it? Like those parachutes on. And it's windy. And it's like you're skipping over the road. You're not even touching ground. You're just, whoo, they're going to be fast-tracked forward. Because we're going in the right way. But if we're not, we're going to be blocked at every turn. So there's your hint. Okay. So that is your reading for the month of April. Hopefully that helps you get forward in some kind of way. Seems like we're in between a relationship here. Putting one to rest and trying to go outward to gain. Again, in what way? I feel like our integrity is at risk here, and that's really what we have to understand, whether or not that's truly what we want for the long haul here. Because we may lock us into a system here, and I gotta warn people, because I'm feeling drawn to, that we may miss out on soulmates pissing around with stuff that is no, how you say, messing around with stuff that is of no heart. We may miss the one that we could gain heart with, and that'll be a long-term thing. Because this year is about change, and that does not skip over the love department, where everybody's going to be in and amongst change, getting out of and getting into, and the ones you get into, they want you to get into the happily ever after, and that's what they want you to keep in mind. What'll keep you happy forever after? Not just for today, not just for next week, not for the month, forever after. That's what they want you to keep the focus on. So, Sag, that's your reading. Take care, have fun, be kind, and I will see you next month.